On this episode of Bondi Vet,
Hey.
Chris tries everything to help a Kelpie in big trouble.
Can we solve his problem? I hope so, but the reality is I just don't know.
Pearl loves being a star, but now the fur seal is blind. Will Pearl survive a risky operation to restore her sight?
When I think of that, it brings tears to my eyes. She's really incredible.
Has young Alfred paralysed little Sugar?
So this happened all of a sudden?
Yeah, because of that troublemaker.
A desperate owner pleads with Lisa to save hit-run victim Betty.
She's our baby, so go ahead.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
And can Chris come up with a radical treatment for squashed Sydney?
It seems to be drastic, but often the drastic works.
You make my world a better place.
Yes.
He's walking with me.
I can depend on you.
Hey, you were lucky boy. Good boy.
Outside the Bondi clinic, 5-year-old Kelpie Jasper is staggering uncontrollably. Owner Heidi is struggling to hold her baby Lexi and stop Jasper from falling over.
Up you go. Up you go. Up, up. I know there's a few stairs here.
Every day when I take him for a walk and, you know, watching him fall, it all breaks my heart to see him fall over, definitely.
Jasper suffered a knock to his head as a puppy before Heidi rescued him. What started out as a small balance problem has now become a shocking affliction.
What I'd like to do is actually see how he moves and really do a full examination on him. If it's okay with you, even though I know your hand's already full, is actually go to the park.
Here you go. Yeah, so he's not too bad, like when he sort of gets it together.
He's amazing to look at and to watch in action. It's quite an extreme way of walking. He gets the momentum up, doesn't he? Once he gets into the rhythm, he can go.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, buddy. You relaxing, didn't you? It's all right. I know some people would look at Jasper and think that this just isn't fair on him and that maybe he should even be put out of his misery. But when I look into Jasper's eyes, to me, he's not unhappy. He's frustrated, yeah, but he's not miserable. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with the fact he's loved so much. You can see why people might think he's drunk. I mean, it's a very similar movement. I've seen people that walk like that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, if only he'd sober up, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That jerky way of moving and getting around and the fact that nothing is done in a smooth way is really characteristic of one particular part of his brain not working.
Yeah.
And that part of the brain is the cerebellum, so it's just at the back here.
Yeah.
And what it does is if I want to go and pick something off the ground, then my cerebellum controls that and makes sure it's a nice smooth move.
Yeah.
And then brings it back. Whereas if my cerebellum wasn't working, it is like being drunk. It's all over the place.
Can't work out where we are, you know, yeah.
That's normal. You should see the leg kick out like that.
Yeah.
He's a complicated little guy. Can we solve his problem? I hope so, but the reality is I just don't know. I need to do a brain scan to see if we can improve his life and Heidi's as well.
Want a little bit of a cuddle? We can fix you up.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, eye specialist Callie Caruso is finishing her rounds before she heads off to Coffs Harbour for a very special operation.
I'm going to work on a fur seal.
No way.
Yeah, we're going to take a cataract out and hopefully give her some vision.
Goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
I'm just a little bit jealous that Kelly gets to operate on a fur seal. I mean, they are one of my favourite animals, and to restore the sight on one of them, that would be amazing.
I'm going to get to work with my old mentor, Carmen Colitz, which...
Seriously?
Yeah.
I've heard she's awesome.
She's awesome.
Carmen Collitz is the guru when it comes to cataract surgery in marine animals. She travels around the world doing these sorts of operations. If we weren't so busy here, I would just tag along with Kelly.
Yes.
Fingers crossed the surgery goes well. And who knows, it's probably going to need a follow-up visit, and maybe I'll do that. I think she's got some head fractures, so we'll just get her out, make sure she's breathing okay.
Later that day, Lisa is confronted with a Burmese cat in a shocking condition.
Goodness me.
5-year-old Betty has only just survived being hit by a car.
That's definitely a broken jaw. It's just crunching under my fingers.
This just looks absolutely horrendous. I mean, this little cat's skull has been crushed by a car. I think she's got broken jaw. I think there appears to be fractures possibly around her eye as well. Her whole head has basically been squashed.
Owners Linda and Max are heartbroken.
We couldn't have children. She's the daughter I never had.
Brain injury and vision loss are the major concerns.
So we have to really look at those injuries that she's got to her skull, and also have a look at if she's got any injuries in her chest, because if her head's gone right under the car, you know, it's possible that her chest has been squashed as well.
Betty urgently needs full head and body scans.
She's our baby, so go ahead.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
All right, Bubby, let's see if we can do this scan.
5-year-old hit-run victim Betty is about to undergo a CT scan to reveal the extent of her horrific facial injuries.
If you think of the size of a cat's head and the size of a car, and the car going over the cat's head, squashing her face, her brain has got to have had a bump in there as well. So whether it's just a mild concussion or some more serious brain injury, only time's going to tell. There's the jaw fracture. Just there, you can see her lower jaw has basically been split in two. The two sides of her jaw are basically working independently of each other and just hanging there in space. It's got to hurt.
Oh, sweetie.
Incredibly, Betty's chest and other internal organs have not been damaged, but the much-loved pet is just hanging on.
Hello, princess.
Linda's bond with Betty is really special because Linda's actually had health issues herself, and Betty's the one who sat on the bed with her and helped her through her problems.
Betty looks after wife, if wife's a bit crook sort of thing. They seem to understand each other. If Betty's a little bit off colour, Betty goes to wife and vice versa.
This is a tough situation for everyone. Betty is a mess. She's got a fractured jaw, she's in shock, and we can't give her an anaesthetic now because if we do, we could kill her. This is just one of those horrible catch-22s.
Fingers and toes. Please cross your fingers and toes too. And now we've just got to wait and hope.
I've got all these mats down so he doesn't slip.
The next day, Heidi's back at home with Jasper. The struggling Kelpie now needs round-the-clock care to prevent injuries.
So we could be here for 20 minutes.
Every day, he just gets worse.
I kind of think, oh my gosh, it'll only flash through my mind that I think, oh goodness, well, what's going on? Am I, prolonging this thing that I shouldn't, or, is it too much for me? Or, for Lexi, for the baby, should I be, spending more time trying to, do things for her rather than looking after this animal? But I just love him to bits, so in the end, I just couldn't, I think, do anything else.
Good girl. We'll take Jasper to get his scan.
It's an important day for the Kelpie. Chris has booked Jasper in for an MRI scan to find out whether brain damage is causing his deteriorating condition.
Okay.
We'll try anything to see if there's something we can do to help him. Because if he could get better, or if he could regain any balance, or even his hearing, it'd be pretty amazing.
Big day, Jasper, isn't it? Are you nervous? It's okay. It's gonna be fine.
Jasper is now sedated for the brain scan that will determine whether anything can be done to improve both his and Heidi's quality of life.
Freaking me out watching him, seeing him on the table, you know, out to it. And yeah, it's a scary thing to see your animal like that, definitely.
See you soon, Jasper.
Thanks, soon, buddy.
Let's give him a round of applause for that. Thank you, audience.
Sash eye specialist Kelly Caruso has arrived at the pet porpoise pool in Coffs Harbour in northern New South Wales.
Thank you very much, Rob.
The show is on, but her patient, 15-year-old Pearl, is sidelined.
You see, she's not really sure where we are, though.
No.
She's kind of having a look around. She knows we're here somewhere.
Big round of applause for Pearlie there.
Just a short time ago, the old stager was one of the major stars.
It's really, really sad for us to see. You know, Pearlie used to be a very outgoing, energetic seal, loves swimming around in our show, interacting with people. She's, you know, one of my favourite seals, to the point where we've got now where she can't really do much except float around in the pool. She's always worried about bumping into things or tripping over.
I bet you wish you could see us.
As a 2-year-old, Pearl was rescued after a fishing hook blinded her right eye.
Come on, girl, a little bit further. What's the step?
In the last month, a cataract has robbed the New Zealand fur seal of the sight in her left eye.
She doesn't even have a pupil, it's just slammed shut. And on top of that, I can just get a hint behind there of the cataract. She's really scared. I was hoping we wouldn't see such a bad cataract, but it's blinding her. So the only option is to surgically take it out.
If the cataract is not removed, Pearl will be permanently blind. But putting a fur seal under anaesthetic is high risk.
All the team are aware when we do put Pearlie under that she may not wake up, but we've all ultimately decided that we want the best life for Pearlie we can possibly provide her. So we want to help her out and we want to get her eyesight back so that she can see and be happy once again.
The MRI scan has started on Jasper. Chris is hoping it will reveal just what's causing the brave Kelpie to look like this.
Tilts to the left, is that right?
Not specifically. He's more all over the place, in all directions, really. He's got a frontways tremor, a sideways tremor. He's just generally ataxic. So we're thinking that his problem is in the cerebellum, but we're happy to be proven wrong by that big machine.
Yeah. Have a look right in here. This is a CSF in here, and that's the space it sits in, and that's a ventricle. And that looks really big.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be causing his problem, I think.
Yeah. So it's like having a water balloon inside the brain that's being filled up with water and pressing on that brain, and that may explain the signs we're seeing in Jasper.
I think so.
The key to Jasper's future is going to be working out why that fluid is building up. And then I guess most importantly, working out, hey, if it's building up, can we actually reverse that? Can we take that fluid away? Yeah. And if we can do that, then there is a chance that we may actually be able to do something for Jasper. Just a chance.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But just a chance. I mean, we've got to, I guess, take a deep breath on this one and realise that he's been getting worse for a while, and this may not be reversible.
Definitely better news than I thought it was going to be, so it's really good to see those scans.
You look at Heidi and you see what she's been through, especially in the last few weeks when Jasper's really deteriorated. You just want a good outcome here, and I really hope we're going to get it.
It's a big day for you, girl. Oh, you so know something's up, don't you?
In Coffs Harbour, SASH eye expert Kelly Caruso is performing a final check on fur seal Pearl. She's off to hospital for crucial cataract surgery that will hopefully restore her eyesight.
Getting the lens out of there is delicate.
Lily.
But the biggest thing we're concerned about with a lot of these seals is that they can die under anesthesia. And that's the scariest part.
We've just got the ET tube in, which is an airway down the throat, and now we can breathe for her.
Fantastic.
That'll work?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. So we're good.
An elite team from the United States is standing by at the hospital.
Yep.
Kelly will be assisting Chief Surgeon and her mentor from America, Carmen Kolitz.
Are you ready? You're ready. Okay. Step on the
Just
cords.
getting ready to enter the eye.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make the incision. Seals have very tight pupils, so you have to work pretty hard to open them up. Okay.
Every minute under anaesthesia is touch and go for Pearl.
Come on, Pearly, you can do it.
With her worried friends looking on, there's huge pressure on the surgical team to get the operation done as quickly as possible.
There's obviously a huge emotional attachment between trainers and animals. Plus, Pearly's kind of a sentimental favourite. So, fingers crossed for her.
Oh my God.
I know. You're a good boy.
At SASH, Heidi is getting a second opinion from specialist neurologist Georgina Child about Jasper's troubling brain condition.
One more. Yes, he has an abnormality on his scan, but I don't think it explains all of his clinical signs. And at this point, I don't think that surgery is going to help him.
Sadly, there will be no miracle cure.
Oh, goodness.
I think that whatever problem he has is likely to be a problem within the structure of the brain itself. It's not something that we're going to change by, say, draining the fluid from his ventricles.
So you think it's more of a microscopic problem
I
actually
think
within the
it's more
cells
like-
rather than
absolutely.
across the whole brain structure?
Sorry, Jasper. Yeah, we did have hope. We did, didn't we? But that's all right. We'll still look after you. So. Yeah. Oh, that's a real shame.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't gutted when Georgina said there's nothing more we can do. When you've done so much and come this far, only to get the answer that you probably feared all along, it still hurts.
Cool. I'll probably go home and burst into tears or something, but hopefully we'll have a few more years out of it at least.
Even though we've done every form of medical examination, it doesn't mean we can't use our imagination and try to come up with some other solution to help him out. I don't like giving up.
We tried.
Yeah, hi there. Just letting you know I've got a car on fire near the corner of Lawson Street and Ebley Street in Bondi Junction.
Back at Bondi, drama has erupted right outside the clinic. Chris, just back from hearing the bad news about Jasper, finds himself right in the thick of it.
What happened? Just tried to turn around and just grab a park and the thing caught on fire.
So he just pulled up and all of a sudden the smoke was coming out.
All of a sudden, mate, yeah.
Not sure that one's going to be salvaged.
No, I think she's gone, yeah.
Intensive care, and I think we lost it.
Yeah.
A silly boy took the guinea pigs down to the trampoline and I think he might have jumped on the guinea pig by accident.
No, I didn't.
Inside the clinic, a family feud has broken out between Hugo and his little brother Alfred. Hugo's guinea pig Sugar is paralysed after Alfred jumped on her.
She just wasn't moving and her legs were just lying out on the floor and they weren't working also.
That's extra sad because she's such a friendly girl.
So this happened all of a sudden?
Yeah, because of that troublemaker.
What? Alfred? Did you jump on top or next to?
Next.
The bones in these legs actually feel okay, which makes me think that the problem actually isn't in the legs, it's higher up along the spine here.
Oh.
If it is a spinal cord problem, then it is serious. And so we have to work really hard to give Sugar a chance of walking normally again.
Yes.
What I'd like to do is take a quick x-ray.
Oh, yeah, she is in pain.
Any type of spinal injury is serious. The big question here is when that spine buckled, how much damage and how much bruising was done to those spinal nerves. If it's been a lot, then Sugar may never walk again.
Oh my God.
At Coffs Harbour, Pearl has been on the operating table for more than an hour.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking there.
At last, it appears surgeon Carmen Collitz is ready to remove the cataract that has robbed the 15-year-old fur seal of her sight.
Oh my goodness gracious, look at that.
There she is. That's the cataract, that's the lens. Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a boy.
Got it.
Well done.
Ah, Pearly. Time to suture. Mission accomplished.
But the relief is short-lived, and the team's worst fears are now being realised. Pearl is not regaining consciousness.
Is this the scariest part, waking her up?
Yeah, I just want to get her to start breathing on her own again.
Okay. Come on, Pearl. Come on, Pearly.
X-ray.
At the Bondi Clinic, Sugar's X-ray results are ready.
You look down the spinal column here, all the vertebrae are actually in place. It really reinforces my belief, my suspicion that there has been some sort of compression of the spinal cord around this area, which is then affecting the function of these legs here. It all depends right now how serious that compression was. Right now the damage has been done. We can't do anything about that. But what we can do is try to limit the swelling that will cause more and more damage and more pressure on those nerves.
It's just had
The guinea pig will need a second injection within 48 hours, but there are no guarantees she'll ever walk again.
Alfred, this is really important, buddy. 2 hands along the side, like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And she goes in like that. We just can't afford for that spine of hers to bend around.
Yeah.
Chris is now letting Hugo take Sugar home to recuperate.
You call me anytime you need some help, okay? Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
No worries. At the moment, I just don't know how this is all going to end up for Sugar. But for Hugo's sake, I really hope it's a happy ending because he loves this guinea pig. And if it doesn't work out, he's never going to forgive his little brother.
I'll definitely take care of Sugar, especially from him down there.
It's been about 45 minutes since surgery finished, and she still isn't taking fantastic breaths on her own.
Restoring the sight of a fur seal has been a dream for sash eye specialist Callie Caruso. But now the dream is turning into a nightmare as the much-loved Pearl struggles to wake up after the removal of her cataract.
Come on, wakey, wakey.
So we got her this far. A few more minutes. Is that her opening her mouth?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally, she takes a breath.
When she took that breath, thank God, we were all just could breathe ourselves. I mean, it was just a magical moment.
Good luck to you, okay? You beautiful girl.
1, 2, 3.
It will be several hours before the team knows whether the operation has been a success. But Callie is hopeful.
The first cataract that you remove in an animal and they wake up and they look around and they wonder what happened, it's the most amazing feeling as the person that removed the cataract. I think Pearl is going to have that same feeling. All of a sudden her world is light again. She's going to see things like she used to, but didn't remember. So I think she's going to be pretty excited. Crumb, thanks so much for letting me come and do this.
Oh, golly.
It's awesome. So, thank you. Appreciate it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Next day, bird lovers Neil and Bloss are waiting to see Chris with their badly injured 3-week-old Cockatiel, Sydney.
What's happened this time?
You remembered us.
Of course I remember. Go on through. So who's this?
Sydney. He was born on Australia Day.
Okay.
And his mother and father and brothers and sisters all tried to keep him warm in a little nest box, and hence the splayed legs.
Heard of close families, but that's a little bit ridiculous. When the whole family's come in and slept on top of Sydney, what that does is it forces Sydney's legs back behind him, squashes them down. I'm worried they're actually broken, or he's got some serious nerve damage there. At this age, they're incredibly fragile, and he could very easily have serious problems that just can't be fixed.
I don't know how long we can leave.
Yeah, I know. It's
things
getting
for.
to a point where we've got to, if she's stable enough, take a calculated risk so we can get this side of it done.
Surgery on Betty's shattered jaw has been scheduled today with specialist surgeon Andrew Marchevsky. But in the last 24 hours, Betty's condition has suddenly deteriorated.
You know, she became so anemic so quickly. I think if we'd have operated when she first came in, you know, she'd have died on the table.
No, darling, we need to get you sorted, don't we?
The trauma case is always a balancing act. There's never a perfect time to do a surgery. You've just got to be a time that's the best given the situation.
Oh, good kitty.
That is your plan. You need to work towards
I have to make it look
his
like that
face.
again.
Now that you're a qualified cosmetic surgeon
Right.
for cats.
Yeah, I'll make it look better than that.
So we're just going to, first of all, stabilise the jaw so it's nice and solid. Get her occlusion, so alignment of her teeth right. And then once we've done that, we can then suture all the skin back onto her mouth. So it's a bit nasty.
You can make a jaw heal any way you like, but it's very unforgiving. It's got to be pretty perfect.
So you can see that tooth there is fitting in nicely just in that right spot there. Yeah, I do a pretty good job.
She still probably has some potential brain injury there. So hopefully now we've got a facial trauma controlled as much as possible with this surgery. We'll be able to really see what her brain's doing.
What I want to do is just first of all feel for his hips, make sure they're actually in joint.
3-week-old Cockatiel Sydney is in a bad way after his mum, dad and siblings all slept on him and crushed his legs.
So what we need to do is actually make sure that there aren't any fractures there. Femur feels okay, and these legs feel all right. The great news is Sydney doesn't have any fractures or dislocations there, but what has happened is those legs have been hyperextended back and locked into position, and now they're stuck there. If he's actually had nerve damage to the point where the nerves can no longer do that, then it's going to be really hard for him to actually live a normal life. Thought about it? There we go. You see that?
So what do you do, stick your tape into the perch?
No.
I was joking.
I'm not.
Oh.
Good. Chest on.
It's actually exactly what we do.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It seems a bit drastic, but often the drastic works. He looks like a bit of a ski jumper at the moment, but so you just give him very light support there.
Yes.
See how he pushes himself forward? He lunges forward like that. That's building up those muscles. Pressure there.
Where were you?
Where did I learn about this? Made it up. So it becomes like gymnastics for him.
And the winner is Sydney.
But to make a full recovery, Sydney will also need an intensive physio program.
Bit of Parrot Pilates. Push back on the knee and bring the ankle forward.
I don't think he's in pain while you're doing it.
No, he's all right. He'd be feeling the burn. Yeah, he'd be feeling the stretch. So push back on the knee and bring the ankle forward. So it's a lot of work for a little guy, but it's a lot of work that'll have big rewards if you can actually stick with it. Not all birds in this situation actually do make a recovery. It's about 50-50. I've got absolutely no doubt that Neil and Bloss will carry out these instructions to the letter. My biggest concern is whether little Sydney's body's up to it.
I love all my birds. I will give him Pilates. My animals come first, before me. Always.
Here we go. Now, either they're doing some renovations or Alfred's a lot more dangerous than we thought.
It's been 24 hours since Sugar the guinea pig was brought into the Bondi clinic with paralysed legs.
Oh, wow.
This is the scene of the crime where naughty Alfred jumped on her.
Is that the trampoline, Alfie?
Yes.
Okay.
We were on it.
Yeah, I know you were. Hey, Shugs.
The very concerned Hugo has been giving Sugar constant care.
We'll get her out. We'll see how she walks around here. And so we'll just squeeze the little toes here. Yep, so she flinches, that's good. We might just see how she walks on them, so we'll just move her forward here. And see she's still dragging them. The problem she's got there is that she's probably not too aware of where her feet are. It's like having dead legs in a way because the messages aren't getting through quick enough.
Okay.
So she can't put her feet in the right place. The plan for Sugar today is to give an injection of anti-inflammatories, with the hope being that might free up some space to get those messages down the spinal cord. Okay, little Shugs. If this doesn't change, there's not much of a future for Sugar. Look, you're doing a really good job, so we'll put her back in. It could be days, even weeks before I'm going to know if she's ever going to walk again.
Betty, are you talking?
At Sash, brave Betty has made it through the surgery to reconstruct her shattered jaw.
And come out?
The tough cat headbutted a car and lived to tell the story of her incredible escape.
Oh my goodness. Practically jumping out. Hey?
Her jaw's healed nicely, she can see, and most importantly, she doesn't appear to have any brain damage, which is just fantastic.
Hey.
Oh, my darling girl.
For Linda and Max, the ordeal is finally over.
Oh, trying to get away. Yeah, she's back to normal. Yes. There's been a bit of a brain transplant because she's actually quite nice now rather than aloof, so that might change. She might go back to normal.
She just won't be allowed outside. Are we listening, Max?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
You're good. How come you're here?
Yeah, I thought you might ask that. I need to borrow Jasper. Hello.
Chris has kept his promise to Heidi and Jasper. He hopes he's found the answer to help the Kelpie with the inoperable brain disease.
Hey, buddy, we're going to go for a little bit of a journey.
Really?
Okay. Is that all right?
Well, what's Chris up to with you this afternoon?
Honestly, Jasper's situation has really been playing my mind. You look at him and you see this dog that so stoically and so bravely carries on, it almost forces you to do more. Hello.
Hi,
How
Chris.
are you?
I'm Helen.
Hey, Helen.
And are you the famous Jasper?
Yeah.
Hello.
This is a bit interesting, isn't it, Jasper?
I hear you like your walks in the park.
I think it's going to be running in the park sometime.
Running in the park? You speed demon?
He's a wannabe speed demon. Could very well be a speed demon after this.
So, now, Mr. Jasper, you are looking good.
Canine carts are more commonly used for dogs with spinal injury or paralysis. Other patients at the rehabilitation hospital are achieving amazing results.
Hey, here we go. There we go. I guess part of you expects that miracle where he's going to hop into that cart and suddenly sprint out and get himself in the car. It's not the reality though. It does take time. And what we're seeing is the first brilliant steps. And give it a couple of weeks, he's going to be amazing.
See, already it's getting easier, isn't it?
Yeah. Hello.
Chris has brought Jasper back home after his trip to the rehabilitation centre.
Do you want to come outside?
Oh my gosh! Oh! Gee, the luckiest boy!
Walk to Mum. Oh, walk to Mum.
Oh my goodness! Look at you! Oh! Jasper, look at that little help, so I don't have to be holding you up the whole time.
Exactly right.
Wow! Oh, Jasper, that is amazing. That is amazing.
Every young man at some stage in his life gets his first set of wheels, and Jasper's got his at 5. You know, he's ahead of schedule.
He sure is. For him to have that now, I won't be so worried, which will be so make my life so much easier. Yeah, you. And you're a lucky boy. Look at this, huh?
Pretty special end to the day. You become a vet to help animals, but you also become a vet because sometimes you help people as well. And that's what's happened today.
Joking, what's happened? Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, Jasper.
Hello.
10 days later, Chris makes another house call to check up on little Sugar.
It's my back just to look at him.
Alfred obviously hasn't settled down, but has the victim of his boisterous behaviour managed to bounce back?
So Hugo, mate, she's walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's improved, huh?
Yes, a lot.
Hey, look at this. Away she goes. And you know what?
Yeah.
She's happy to move around. Why? Because of food. I reckon the key to rehabilitation has been you, Hugo, and food. This is an incredible recovery considering where she was at before. I mean, she had no movement in those back legs at all. To turn around and do this, I mean, a human spinal surgeon would marvel over this. So you have to be impressed with how Sugar's gone in difficult circumstances.
Sugar may be running around again, but Hugo still hasn't forgiven his little brother.
Hit him next time. If he does something to my game pig like that again.
Hugo deserves to be so happy with what he's managed to achieve with Sugar. But you get the feeling that he's going to be Sugar's protector for a long time. One day your parents are going to tell you about a thing called a 21st birthday, and that's when this is going to be really funny. Yeah? Yeah. And when they play the video, you'll understand. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, no worries.
G'day, good to see you.
Boss,
How are you?
Good. Now, where is he?
Wrong cage, right behind you. Pick the bird.
Oh, man.
Look at that. I know.
This is Sid, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it.
This is how Sydney looked only 3 weeks ago.
I'd be happy if we got Sydney to just be able to stand up. But he's perching on my finger there, and he's holding on tight.
You didn't think you'd get that good?
No.
To everyone's surprise, the bizarre bird therapy has worked.
You had to be fair dinkum. I mean, he's had more attention than the South Sydney Rugby League side, for God's sake.
I knew it was just time, patience and love would fix it. And it did.
That's it. We take the pencil global. Want some of the action? Huh? What about the Sydney brown pencil? Get the copyright done today. You and me. Make millions.
So excited to see Pearl. I hope she's well. I'm here on holidays with my husband, Brad, and I said to him that I'm just dying to pop in and see Pearl, see how she's recovered after the surgery. I just can't wait to meet her.
Good girl.
It's been 2 months since Pearl's operation. Her eyesight is back, and so is her confidence.
Hello, Pearl. When I saw her see me, it was amazing. Oh, butterfly kisses. She's happy and she's in good spirits. Oh, darling, thank you. The eye actually looks fantastic. I mean, you can see that she's got vision in it, she's interacting, it's not swollen, it's healed up beautifully.
I know she's a vet, Pearl, but come on up, just give her a nice big hug there.
Ah! She's back in action, she's performing tricks, and I'm so glad that it's worked out that way.
There you go, Pearl. I knew you had it in you. She still got it. Big round of applause for Pearlie there. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. I look at her, brings tears to my eyes. Honestly, it is one of the most touching experiences of my life.
Good boy.
As for Jasper, look at him now with his new wheels.
Good boy.
Oh, I'm absolutely amazed and so impressed with Jasper's progress with these wheels on. Everybody comments on how amazing he's been doing and how strong he looks and how confident he is and just how much better he's walking. Like almost every day I get comments from people saying, oh, you know, is that the same dog? I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Go home and have a bottle of champagne, Jasper.
Good boy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kate, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen for more great content. And for free, exclusive, never seen before Bondi Vet stories, you can sign up to bondipet.com, and you can do so via the link in the description.